throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. Today, one of the best running back matchups you're going to see all season long. Two stars colliding here. Welcome to Oxford, Mississippi, and Bart Hemingway Stadium, home field of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Ole Miss Rebels. With EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with 25. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play looking to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here, Kirk. A long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together. And this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Cooler. Got it. Snare.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. And this one is caught. You bring him down, and he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. It's a run. Running back's got it. And they'll stop him short at the line to gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
This is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The Rebels pick up enough to get a first down there. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the Rebels with first and 10 here. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And there's a handoff. can't get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Chris, this has been a fun opening drive to watch by this offensive coordinator, blending everything, mixing in run with pass, a lot of formations. This defense right now is guessing what's coming next. Now they're in that goal-to-go situation. Can they punch it in and get the touchdown they deserve?
And the Rebels trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Quarterback still with the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Rebels will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Brings up second and goal.
They look to throw it here on second down. He makes the go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
BAT is good. They jump and run 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. To play. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. 0 running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's the second down play. Wants to throw it. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he steps out at the 8. A crucial takeaway.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now.
Let's go! Let's go! Ready!
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Rebels.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Turner choosing to field this one. But he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
I mean, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though.
That makes the score Ole Miss 14, Alabama 7.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They'll try and run it. Running back. Ball to the ground. Looks like the defense has. For a takeaway.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. Second down play coming up.
Cookie! Here we go, here we go!
From the shotgun, drops back. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's, oh man, what a catch. The senior with an outstanding grab there.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
So quickly, with one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Breaks into the clear. Got the first down and still motoring. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on 3rd down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. Shreds the tackle. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Trying to keep this impressive drive going, but the loss makes it 2nd down and 14 here. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's intercepted. He could go. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Kirk gets Ole Miss on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. We'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The spread error over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Will they make the yardage or face a... That's a design quarterback keeper. Looks like Alabama will have the first down. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looks right for a quick completion. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Ball handed to the running back. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a solid gain moves the football to the 24 and a first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
This is a nice job here by this defense on third down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this fourth down.
Alabama looking to convert on fourth down here. He keeps it on the design run. Oh, they stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
In the shotgun, handoff inside.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quick throw, the catch is made. Breaking free at the 35. And here he goes. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yards to set up our set of downs.
And just like that, Chris, all of a sudden the offensive coordinator and the quarterback, they changed their approach. That's a big play. So instead of just maybe trying to get into field goal range, now they're really thinking they got a shot to maybe get the ball in the end zone.
And the Rebels will line up on 1st and 10.
You got 2.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap.
Ready, go.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
That completion sets up a second down play.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Trying to bait this defensive line to believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. It's a toss play to the right. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Timeout, Alabama.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Well, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
A completion makes it second down. Looking for a man. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They make the tackle, but that plane moves it inside the red zone. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Running back with the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Will step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. We're going to score. They'll run it to the left side. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now third down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Third and goal. Try to make it on the ground. Strong defensive effort. They've got him behind the line. He'll lose 5 yards. This will likely be the last play of the half. Middle's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know,
And the Rebels will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Brown being ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with pass game. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Pass caught, second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes a quick catch. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught quickly. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down play coming up for this offense. Back to throw again. The receiver grabs it. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Design quarterback run. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Boy, that is a nice run by the guy they like to call the field general. Move those sticks.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looks left and finds his target there.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. They're trying to run it. It's Henderson. They've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Stop at the line, still a few yards short from pay dirt.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. Direct snap. Breaking tackles and going. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. He's at the first, looking for more. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Big throw caught on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. loss of a yard.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete. A very quick throw.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, and you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. Offense coming back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And they'll use the ground game here. Great move there. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
On first down, it's play action. Now rolling out to his left. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Getting set. Here's second down. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And that run produces a decent gain.
They bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense are going to keep the drive alive. It's third down. They'll try to run for the first down. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
They went for it and failed on fourth down earlier. Let's see if they fare better here. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front. Get a good push. You have to like that call on this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the first down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They bring him down, but that's enough to move this offense into the red zone for the first down of the 17. Take a break. Take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. He stopped and gets a first down.
That is 2 consecutive runs for first downs. Give credit to the offensive line in this back, really getting into a rhythm, and they got this defense on its heels.
First and goal. The offense with an opportunity for a go-ahead score here in the final minutes. Toss play, running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Touchdown, tied. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
That completion makes it second and medium. They'll try the right side on the toss. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Well, the big fellow's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what patience there by the running back. Just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right. And then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. First down. Looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Pass is caught. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws, but those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
Quick pass. Here comes the jet sweep. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Offense will keep it on the ground here. As the first down is still going. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Last drive, the ground game was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. And it's broken up. Great defensive play to prevent that deep shot.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare, a wide
open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
And this pass is caught. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Chris, the defense has got to do a better job of wrapping up the tight end there. The coach is preaching to these guys, we need more than one tackler to the ball. They caught a break there. The tight end breaks the first tackle, and they had another man there to bring him down before it could have gotten ugly.
First down and 10 now. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it's caught. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, but he's already at it again.
Hand off to the single back. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. We'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
This would be a 56-yard attempt if they don't gain anything. Drop him back. Looking to throw for the first down. Catch made over the middle. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field. They'll ride the back again here. Fights through the tackler. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. And now the defense will call a timeout for this critical down just to get everybody on the same yard on the play. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And a timeout is called to talk strategy here. Tie game late in the fourth quarter. So tie game, fourth quarter. They're going to go for it on this fourth down. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. And it comes down to this, a chance to put his team in the lead in the final stages of this one. The field goal is good. And they claim the lead here in the final couple minutes.
Well, there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the fourth quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Lets it go quickly. The ball is picked off. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
And the quarterback just takes a knee.